Yep, I forgot to put it on airplane mode, and I got some dumb call about, this is Lisa calling about your credit card account. There aren't any problems, but, and at about that time I hung up on her. God, I hate those. So anyhow, this is all like bullion fringe and cording, you know, like for making pillows and stuff. I bought this right here back in the 1980s, this pleated stuff, and I saw it being used as like trim on a Christmas tree, and I thought, boy, that is neat stuff. I could do something with it. Well, haven't done much with it. There it is. I've made a few things, but not much. So anyhow, this can pretty much go in the house as is, but I did find something else that cracked me up. This was or is a linen, genuine linen tablecloth that my grandmother started embroidering years and years ago. That is her work right there. Well, I got a hold of it and I thought, well, dang, I need to tart that up. So that's her work, and then that's what I did to it. I beaded it and stuff. Here's a corner flower that of course took forever to bead. And I think I'm going to go ahead and finish this. It's got mouse poop on it, but that's okay. I can put this through the gentle cycle, clean it up, and with a little luck, none of this is going to run. And yeah, I want to finish it up. I kind of think it's cool. And I love these little white flowers. You can barely see them, but they really add to it. So I've got I guess I have 4 of these big flowers that I'll have to bead. That blue one, and then this orange one here on this corner, and then a purple one on this corner with these smaller flowers in between. So anyhow, I think I'm going to get back to working on this. I wanted to get this thing finished and actually use it because I think it's just beautiful. Well, now I know where.
Or what?
I know the answer to where did all my church keys go.
Where your what went?
Church keys. I found my collection right down in there.
Oh, good.
I bought all this stuff at a yard sale a few years ago and then lost track. Well, there it is right there. I feel some sort of project art coming on. Well, I found a treasure trove, at least I think it is. I found all of this scrapbooking stuff that was in this water-damaged container, but a lot of this stuff is not water-damaged. It's perfectly fine. So I'm cutting out any places that had water damage, and I'm making a big old pile down here in my keeper box. And I think what I'm going to do with all this stuff is I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to put it together in a package and, and do a giveaway on this channel. So be looking for that. I mean, this is vintage. Vintage. I mean, it goes back to, well, 2000. What is that? 16 years old. Some of it's older, but most of it's right around the year 2000. And just a wonderful YouTube friend of mine gave this to me when she was moving to Washington. I'm going to link her channel below. Anyhow, she didn't have room for all of her scrapbooking stuff, so she gave it to me. And most of it is actually in my office right now. I mean, in my craft room, all in boxes. This box, unfortunately, got left outside, and this was a sticker box, so I'm going to try to salvage as much as I can. Most of it's in good shape though, relatively. Well, much progress has been made. Grant dug that. That long beige thing is the side of a bookshelf that we found up underneath there. I have a bunch of clothes here I'm throwing out because they turned into a rat's nest. But I was able to hold on to some of these tie-dye shirts here that no longer fit me, or they've got big holes. This one, my friend Rita gave me, so I'm going to try to salvage that. But I thought I would keep this with all the other tie-dye that I use occasionally for crafts. So I'm going to hold on to that. I have a bunch of this leftover fabric from when I made pillows back when I had the Alexis bedroom when I was living at my mom's. I just love this fabric with its little, sparkly things in it. I thought it was so sweet. And then this is all really nice cotton that I'm going to run through the washer with some OxyClean and some other stuff, see if I can't clean it up. So those are all boxes, most of which has been thrown out. So we're doing really, really good, I'm thinking. And I want Grant to come back out here and give me another box to go through. I also found this kind of interesting thing. Mac and Bill Repair Shop. Phone number 293 Corcoran. Corcoran is a little farm town that's here in the San Joaquin Valley. So this is from, the 1930s, I'm guessing. Looks like. I mean, look at the top of that. That's kind of a 30s, maybe a 50s, but I'm thinking earlier. And the cool thing is that, today, the hot thing is that its mercury is still working. That is the temperature outside, 79 degrees. So I thought that was pretty neat. So I'm gonna go ahead and hang this up probably in my kitchen. I thought that was cool. So still waiting for Grant. I think I'm gonna give him a call and have him come out and give me some more boxes. I am the queen of the randomly filled box. I mean, I see some shells here. There's a pine cone. There's a bird thingy. Got goggles in there. Got a whole big thing of glue sticks. This, I have no idea what those things are until I start looking. On top of that box was this big thing of wire. And all of these gold or bronzy gold glass beads. So this is going to be interesting to deal with. I just hope there aren't a lot of like spiders and scorpions and crap in there. But I won't know till I dig in. So here goes. Yeah, this is truly a box of wonderments. That black plastic crate I just unloaded. I found some stuff. This is supposed to be a chair pad thing. People used to buy these. This one on the inside would be finished, and then they would finish up all the blank stuff. Don't know why. Maybe it was just projects for when you didn't want to think. I'm not sure. This is a needlepoint. And so I got it. It was $1 or something because I thought this inside piece could be used for something. I thought that was pretty. So, and among the same stuff, I found some cross-stitch things that I had picked up for, it says $2, but I got it for $1. Everything was half off that day. And so this is a Christmassy cardinals and that sort of thing. This one I just love, and it reminds me of my friend Prudy. It's teacups on a little shelf with a little lace thingy. I thought that was so darn cute. And then here's another kind of cardinals Christmassy one. I was going through a cardinals phase at the time. And then this one, you can see it's there. This is, hang on a minute. This is a bluebird with a barn in the background and, country-ish. Probably from the 1980s. Anyhow, I picked all these up for, I don't know what it was, $7 or something. And then, of course, when I tore into them, I realized they were missing a lot of things. Either they were missing the canvas, or they were missing the embroidery flaws, something. So there you go. That's what I get for not going through it first. Here's something sad to look at. This is very sad. These are antique, and I'm gonna, well, not antique, but they're definitely old. Rickrack. Rickracks. This one is real old. This is, you know, from the, what do you think, 40s maybe? Maybe 50s. And they've been obviously seriously water damaged. Now, me being me, I'm not going to throw them. What I'm going to do instead is soak them and see if I can't get them clean, first of all. And then if I can get them clean, I am going to probably distress them, maybe over dye them or something like that, and use them in projects. I just hate to throw away stuff like this. I hate to throw away anything. Obviously, I'm a hoarder, but that's just too sweet to just simply toss without trying to save. I don't know why I have this shell necklace, but there's something else I wanted to show you. Years ago, I had a store, bricks and mortar store. Hang on, I gotta open this with my teeth. Okay, so I had a bricks and mortar store, and I sold clothes and jewelry, everything I made, designed and made myself. Well, these were my earring cards. The name of my store was Nouveau, and a friend of mine did the, she designed this earring card for me. I told her kind of what I wanted. It's a beautiful embossed card with a pink, a foil stamp. I just thought it was real pretty. And so this is just what was left over from my store inventory for, you know, what I would hang earrings on. And I had this, God, I wish I still had it to show you. I had these beautiful racks made where these earring cards kind of slid in like this. And I believe you could get 4, so it was 4, 8. So you could get 24 earring cards on these round plastic display units that revolved. It was so beautiful, and I didn't keep any of the displays, and I had them made specifically to fit these cards. So of course they cost a fortune, but I you know, you just don't keep everything. I also found some of this stuff. Gosh, this stuff has gotten so expensive, this shipping tape. So I was thrilled to find that. And I found a bunch of these things. Instructions for making this wrapped wire jewelry. And I've made a lot of this stuff already. I've sold most of what I've made. Like I made this ring, sold that. Made this, sold that. That was a ring. I made a bunch of these little hearts, sold those. So anyhow, yeah, this is just either instructions or, you know, inspirational things that I've printed off of the online world. So anyhow, let's see, what else do we have? Oh gosh, you want to talk about having a lot of something? Look at this. This is ridiculous. I mean, what was I thinking? Hang on a minute. I've got to use my teeth and open this one too. All right, look at this. Okay, these things are for going on the end of a ribbon. If you're turning the ribbon into like a necklace or something, they clamp onto the end of a ribbon. Remember when that was real popular, using ribbon as instead of chain? Well, look how many of them I have. What, 20,000? Something like that. I mean, I have a ton of them. I do not know what I'm going to do with them all. Probably put them on Etsy as jewelry supplies. If I had any sense, that's what I'd do. I don't know what's in here. All kinds of weird stuff is in there. And all sorts of weird stuff is in there. So, I better get back to cleaning. Well, my day is coming to a close. The sun's going down. We've got some nice long shadows. Grant and I have to run into town to do a few things, but I wanted to show you just the random way my mind works. Okay, so these are obviously light bulbs that I'd painted white years ago because I'd seen some kind of a Christmas ornament made with them. Now I think back and I think the damn thing was ugly. Why would I even make it in the first place? I don't know. And then I found all this stuff. I bought all this for I bought like 5 times this amount for, I don't know, $3 at a swap meet over in Santa Monica. And I was so thrilled to find it. I have a bunch of these little trays that you're supposed to put something in and then epoxy it. I have a ton of those.
See that?
Yeah. And then I've got just like various and sundry little charms and BS down there. And in here, I've got a bunch of these little charms, butterfly charms that I bought years ago, and I just love them. So I'm going to end up doing something with this. What I was doing, see, they have these little places where you can put a rhinestone. So I was taking the rhinestones out of that and gluing them into there. Really makes a difference. It really brings it up, makes it beautiful. So anyhow, got that junk to deal with. And I've got just a bunch of, those are old crystals and some coconut shell beads. That's for setting rhinestones. There's some little, breast cancer awareness things. Just kind of this and that in here. I don't know what most of this is. That's pretty. I have a bunch of these things. I had them hanging in my window. These are from an old chandelier. So anyhow, that's what's all down in there. And then in here is a bunch of jewelry. I gotta show you guys something. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna put you on pause. Okay, part of what I wanted to show you that was in here are these earrings. I mean, does that scream 80s to you? Look at that. I made them out of matte board back in probably 1988 or so. I have tons of different types that I made. Like those, I marbled those. I wanted something that was a little bit more, I don't know, out there. And let's see, what else do I have in here? Okay. I've got this style here. We were, at the time, back in the late 1980s, early 1990s, we were making a lot of wedding earrings. And back then, these big, huge, gaudy earrings were really, really popular. So this was part of that whole wedding jewelry thing that I was doing. And then there's just stuff in here. Different things that I had made or people had given to me. It's all like hippy, dippy, trippy kind of stuff. So anyhow, all right, so I've come to the end of my day. We've done a really, really good job. We just, Grant has just knocked a hole in it again over there. So, I don't know, 3 or 4 more days and we'll have it pretty well put together. So on that happy note, I'm going to close this video and I'll probably come back with an update in a while. Bye.